Drawing trend lines manually can be time consuming. It's subjective, and sometimes it can be quite the headache. When you're trying to connect pivot highs and lows, watching for resistance and support levels, sometimes those lines just don't seem to fit. Then there's also the challenge of keeping track of when a trend line is breached. Say goodbye to those manual trend line problems. I found a new indicator on TradingView that will do all the work for you. This tool is called the Trendline Pivot. It automates the process, ensuring consistency and accuracy while saving you valuable time. Not only does it identify and draw the trend lines for you, but it also alerts you when price levels breach a trend line. Plus, it differentiates between active and breach trend lines by changing the line format. Stay tuned, because in this video I will show you how to use this indicator correctly to start making profits from any market. Now, how can we add this trendline indicator to the chart? Well, simply click on the indicator and search for the Trendline Pivot tool by QuantView. The Trendline Pivot tool is a tool that automatically draws and identifies downward and upward trend lines. These trend lines originate from and connect pivot highs or pivot lows. They serve as potential points of resistance for downward trend lines and support for upward trend lines within the market. Once a trend line is identified, it continues to be drawn and progresses with the price until one of the two conditions is met. The first condition is when the price closes above a downward trend line or below an upward trend line. When this happens, an X is displayed, signaling that resistance or support has been broken. The second condition is when the trend line reaches a user-defined maximum length. If the price closes above a downward trend line or below an upward trend line, the trend line transforms into a dashed format. This transformation allows for clear differentiation from active non-breach trend lines. The Trendline Pivot indicator is fully customizable. You can modify line colors, pivot length, and the number of lines you wish to see on the chart. You can also set the maximum line length. For example, if you set this number to 100, the trend line will disappear if it doesn't get broken after 100 bars. This indicator will work on any time frame and in any market. There are various strategies you can use with this tool. For instance, you can buy when an upward trend line is breached, indicating strong bullish momentum. Conversely, you can sell when a downward trend line is broken. We're currently looking at Bitcoin on a 5-minute chart. By the way, you can use higher time frames to confirm the signals given in the current one. Another strategy you can try with this tool is the pullback to trendline strategy. This strategy involves buying the stock when the price bounces off the lower trend line without breaching it. However, using this indicator alone is not recommended. As you already know, the more confirmations you have, the better. You can use different oscillators with this tool, such as the Stochastic RSI or even Trendallo. Trendallo is an interesting tool I just recently discovered. It's designed to help you spot price trends by calculating the percentage change in the selected price source. Following this, the Trendallo indicator employs the Anode-Lagoo Moving Average, or ALMA, to smooth percentage change and provide a level of analysis that can help isolate valid trends from the market noise. In my opinion, this indicator is more precise than the regular RSI, as it considers market volatility as well. The Trendallo indicator offers a concise view of market trends, utilizing the Anode-Lagoo Moving Average, ALMA, for a refined percentage change. It aids in distinguishing genuine market trends from mere market noise. The ALMA values are benchmarked against a root mean squared band, which symbolizes the anticipated range of ALMA values. For trend assessment, if the ALMA stands above, below, or within this band, the Trendallo indicator classifies the trend as rising, declining, or horizontal, respectively. Trendallo also offers far more customization options to assist. You can change the smooth lookback ALMA offset multiplier and more. I usually keep the lookback period at 30 instead of 50. This makes sure the current trends are being more carefully considered. Since we've determined our strategy is to buy when the price pulls back to the lower trend line, we can use Trendallo to confirm the reversal. The confirmation of this reversal is evident when the indicator is oversold, specifically during a pullback and when the line transitions from red to grey. This serves as our buying cue. The stop loss should be positioned beneath the trend line, aiming for an ideal risk to reward ratio of 2:1. And as you can see, the market had no issue at all reaching our target. Now, whilst I'm gathering these trades, I want to just quickly show you guys the backtest I use. It's called Trader's Edge and it is by far the best backtester out there. Its creator is a small time trader from New Zealand, just a small hop over from where I am in Australia. All you need to do is set how much your initial account size is and then input the profit and loss from each trade you do. Trader's Edge then uses its calculators and data analysis tools to give you every stat you could possibly need to know, such as profit factor, win rate, max drawdown, consecutive wins and losses, and so much more. What's more is you can save your results to your library and compare it later on. They also offer more than just a backtester. They have other features you can use like their position size calculator, which is just priceless for any traders who trade on Forex and with commodities. Also their profit and loss calculator to track trading performance long term and make important notes, as well as indicators and strategies menu. This menu is where you can find methods that are ranked on leaderboards by thousands of traders, so you know that they are proven to work. Now, a lot of new traders aren't overly confident with backtesting, but it's no problem as all users get a full step-by-step backtesting plan, which is $100 in value. All of this has helped me to grow as a trader, and I couldn't make these strategies or even these videos without it. If you want to check it out, I've left a link for a free 7-day trial with absolutely no commitments in the description below. So if after 7 days you're not loving it, you can cancel at no cost whatsoever. Alright, let's head back to the video. Now here is another example of a long entry. We can see right here that the price has retreated to the lower trend line without breaking it. Now we can employ the Trendello indicator to validate our entry. Looking at the red line on our Trendello indicator, we can see it was indeed oversold. This was followed by a green line, meaning our entry has been validated. With all our conditions met, we can enter a long trade here, placing a buy order on the close of the trigger candlestick and placing our stop loss slightly below the lower trend line. Then we can place our take profit target at 2 times the risk. And again, this trade was successful. To sell using this method, a few criteria must be met. First, the price must reset the upper trend line without breaking it. Second, during the reset, the Trendello must become overbought. If it does, then wait for the line to turn from green, black, and then to grey. That will be your final confirmation. And again, this trade was successful. Now looking at another example of a short entry, we can see the price action has reset to the upper trend line without breaking it. With our first condition met, we can now look down to the Trendello indicator for our final confirmation. As you can see, the indicator became overbought, displaying a green line before pulling back into a grey line. This means that all of our conditions are met and we can initiate a sell order, placing a buy order on the close of our trigger candlestick and setting our stop loss just slightly above the upper trend line. Then for our take profit target, again we're going to be targeting 2 times the risk. And just like that, our take profit target was hit, so this trade was successful. Now let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions about how to improve this trading strategy. Just be cautious as there are many bots out there. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.